Hi, so I found another diamond painting. This one is just an ordinary diamond painting, a lot of white, but it's an octopus. Well, I think you can see that. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. Well, yeah. Hopefully it'll look like an octopus when I'm done. I don't have much hope for it. This is one of the ones that, well, almost all my diamond paintings were very inexpensive. Under $10, most of them. And most of them were from Temu. I don't know exactly how much I paid for this one, but I'm pretty sure it's on one of my Temu hauls, although it could very well be from Amazon. Yeah, that's pretty much the only place that I bought diamond paintings from. And like I always say, someday I might, oh, there's two there, that's good, I guess. Kind of slippy surface, that's good too. Okay, so a lot of white to be done. And I don't know if I'm actually going to release this with a voice or with music. And like I said, I'm using an editing program. I really don't know. So what I might do is when I'm not recording, I might do the white and then do the colored part when I am recording, but here I sit doing the white anyway because I want to get down to where the colors are. It's not a lot of colors. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 colors in white. 4 thingies of white. So that's going to be pretty boring, but it's summertime. It's a good time for doing octopuses, and I actually found a Christmas one too while I was up there. And then there's the second phoenix, but I don't know where the second raven is, but I do want to do those too. I hope you're all having a really good day. Is my ruler gone? Here it is. And I'm just trying to line these top ones up. I usually use the thing on the end of my pen, but it's on the end of my green pen, which I have put somewhere safe, I suppose, because I can't find it. So once I find that, then I'll get back. I don't know, I'll get it back and then I can feel a little bit more comfortable. Can you guys see okay? Yes, good. Okay. I just didn't know if you were out of frame or not. So as soon as I get a little bit closer to the octopus, I'll start doing some colors, because that's a little bit more thrilling than just looking at white. But yeah, oh, and by the way, the guy that I was talking about on my last video about the sort of horror, really horror, they're supposed to be all true stories, but they're really horrible. So that guy was Mr. Ballin, and I've watched him since he began, but I haven't watched him for like months now because they're getting too real. They're getting too, he's a very good speaker, an excellent storyteller, but it's getting too scary for me. And you know, Disney horror is about as much as I can stand, and by Disney horror I mean like cartoons. I can't really take, especially when it's true stories. I really have a problem with that. There's just, Some people are really horrifying, really horrifying. The things that people do in this life are just horrendous, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way they're raised, if they're on drugs. I don't know. I don't know how people can think the way they do, but I can't take it, and that's fact. That is a fact, Jack. So I hope you're all having a great day. It's kind of a nice day here. It rained this morning, and of course I left my lawn chair out on the thingy open, so it was all full of puddles when I got up today. But everything is drying up now, so I think I don't know what the temperature is. I'm not going to say. Yesterday it was 20. So I think it's around there. I haven't heard the air conditioner kick on, so there's a nice breeze coming in, a little bit cool, but I've got the blinds closed because I don't want my neighbors to see my camera set up and start suspecting me of all kinds of horrific things. But actually I don't think anybody cares about anything to do with their neighbors. My neighbor behind me, though, there's no backyards on these townhouses. They're like, I think they're called stacked, but my neighbor that's right behind me, and there's a swale between this set of townhouses and the next, and I'm the end unit, and so is he, and he's built a fence. And it's the weirdest looking fence I have ever seen in my life. It's just like fence post, steel fence post, and then wires, like 4 wires across, 3 or 4 wires across. So it looks more like an electric fence on a horse ranch than it does for a fence, like a property fence to keep people out, because it's certainly not going to keep anybody out. There's huge gaps. They're just maybe 3 wires going across, and it's a normal fence height, so you can imagine the gap in like it's a pretty big person could get through that fence. Let me just say that. Now, I don't know if he's going to do something else with it. I can't imagine what he would do. Like, why would you put wires first before you put boards up? It doesn't make any sense to me. But, I mean, there's lots of things in this life that don't make any sense to me at all. So it'll be interesting to see if it just stays that way, or if he does put boards up, or maybe wrought iron or something. The wires just don't make any sense to me, unless it is an electrified fence, in which case that should be pretty interesting. I'm sure I'll hear lots of screams in the nighttime if it is an electrical fence. You really, like, the wires are thin, you can't see them at night. I think you can see the posts pretty good, except they're pretty dark, so I don't know if you'd see those at night either. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, yay, I'm getting closer to the colors. So yeah, I'm glad I thought, and the name Mr. Balin came to me about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just sort of laughed to myself, because of course it did. Why wouldn't it? And I haven't really watched anything today, except I listen to these radio channels. There's like DinoCast and Applecast and names like that, and they do these radio shows. Like, the titles are always, you're listening to the radio when there's a zombie attack, or when the earth is cracking in half, or when the economic system breaks down, or when aliens make contact. So they're about 1 hour long, some are an hour and a half. And they're pretty interesting. They're not too horrifying, so I can, well, the zombie ones, I don't know. But yeah, it's, if you just want to listen to something, I kind of like them. It's not like a real radio broadcast. It's like a guy talking, so they're not having people calling in, but they'll say, oh, I got a call from, and yeah, it's, their voices are pretty relaxing. I wouldn't listen to them before I go to sleep, just because I don't want to be thinking of those kind of things before I go to sleep. But it's pretty good. And I've lost a few creators. I'm subscribed to, I don't know, probably hundreds of other creators. And I do go through my subscribed list, and I try to listen to all of them, because that's why I'm subscribed to them, because I like their videos. But it looks like a few of them have just sort of fallen off the planet, but I'm going to keep subscribed to them in case they come back, because you never know. Sometimes there's illnesses or tragedies or things like that. So, but it's amazing how we get attached to the people we listen to often, and I kind of worry about the ones that I know weren't doing physically well. That's not what their videos were about. They were crafters, but you know, you can see people. Oh, you can't see me because I'm faceless. Well, I'm not really faceless. I just am down facing. The camera is down facing, so you can see what I'm doing. But the ones that you can't see, excuse me. Anyway, I'm kind of worried, and I wanted to reach out to another creator that was a good friend of one of these creators, but I don't think it's any of my business to ask, hey, have you been, excuse me, my throat is so dry. To ask if they've been in touch with somebody that I don't know, and I don't know how well they know them. So I'm just going to, and I did look at their channels to see if anything was posted, but there's, excuse me, oh my God, I really am dry. Probably because I ate some potato chips. Just had like a half a handful, and then I just threw them out because my hands were so greasy, and I thought, why am I putting this into my body? Oh, we're getting close. Dear people, we are getting close to color. So, and they're basically blues and mauves and purples. So if it does turn out better than the picture, which I don't see how it can, but it might. It will be very, very nice. I just want to finish with the white that I have in here. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. And I watch travel shows, but they're all getting so, I don't know. I was watching, oh, now my nose is going to start running. Oh, Lord, help me. I've been watching these shows about cruises, like real-life cruises and real-life, I guess these are travel agents. They seem to be travel agents that talk about what's happening in cruising. And my goodness, I have never been on a cruise, but I want to go on a cruise very soon. But I'm kind of a last-minute person, so I don't know if I could. You're going to have to excuse me. I have to go and blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why my nose is running, but and why I'm so dry in my throat. I'm not catching anything because I haven't been around anyone to catch it. Oh, glasses, I'll be able to see with these on. Yeah, I haven't been around anyone, so I don't know. Maybe it's just because I ate something, but I didn't eat anything hot. I have hot coffee, but that shouldn't make my nose run. I don't know what I was talking about before I went off on this tangent, but, oh yeah, cruising. So I'm kind of a last minute person, and from what I've been reading, you need to book these cruises 6 months to a year in advance. And I can't imagine booking anything a year in advance. I mean, that is just too much for me to comprehend. I'm a fairly organized person, somewhat, but I'm not so organized that I could book anything a year in advance. Plus, I have to renew my my passport, and it's going to expire in about 5 months, so I have to renew it before it expires. Otherwise, that's a pain in the butt. But anyway, so I've been watching these cruise shows, and it's terrible what people are doing. I mean, you're supposed to be on a cruise for a holiday, to relax, to enjoy yourself. Some people, I wouldn't want to be on a cruise with some of the people they've been describing. It's yikes, yikes, yikes. Anyway, I'm going to start on some color now. I guess we could go with 5. Oh, wait, gotta get rid of this. Because I think there's a fair bit of 5 here. I think. C5. Yeah, 5. Okay. My method for doing diamond painting is so weird that we'll just bear with me. We'll get through it somehow. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm just going to release this with a voice or if I'm going to speed it up. Because I went and blew my nose, this video is now in 2 parts, and I do not know the editing program I am using at all. So, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this when I'm there. So I don't know if any of you have been on a cruise. I hope so. I hope that that you have, because apart from all the nasty things that these people say online, and I'm sure a lot of it is for views, you know, like saying, oh, I'm going to talk about this terrible thing that happened, will certainly make you tune in. It certainly made me tune in. But, yeah, if you've been on a cruise, let me know how wonderful it was for you. I think before I decided that it's something I want to do, if I can book it in a reasonable time and not 6 months to a year, before I decided on that, I kind of thought being on a cruise would be a lot like being in a hotel that all the doors are locked and you can't leave because you're not going to walk off a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. A lot of people have said that they've had wonderful, wonderful times on cruises. I hear that there's things that have certainly changed about cruising, like things aren't always totally included in your fare, which was something that I would have thought about being a big benefit to going on a cruise is that everything is included in the fare. Because if you're on a cruise ship, you don't want to have to be carrying a purse with you everywhere you go and digging into your wallet for everything you want. And I'm talking about food and drinks. I'm not talking about things that you would buy like souvenirs and that. And then I also hear that there's some ports where you should not get off the ship at all because it's not safe for tourists to get off in those places. And that kind of makes sense because ships usually dock at docks, which are usually in industrial areas. So yeah, I can understand that maybe there's some ports that you don't want to get off in. But these are things that I guess you figure out along the way and by talking to people that have experience. So that's been something I've been watching is tourists or cruising tours, whatever. And I've been thinking about the one to Alaska, but honestly I cannot book something maybe 6 months in advance, certainly not a year in advance. I mean, anything can happen in a year, and I know that you can get insurance, like cancellation insurance. And plus, I'm old, and I would probably have to pay a whole lot of money for travel insurance, even though I would say that I am very healthy. The insurance companies might not agree just because of my age. And to be fair, anything can happen at any time. We don't know. So, yeah, I'm really droning on about this, and I'm sorry. We should be talking about this hopefully beautiful octopus. I have a friend that eats octopus. I don't like it because they're apparently very smart animals, and I can't imagine what an intelligent animal would think if you're eating it. And I just can't. I can't. I can eat cows and pigs, and not too many more pigs anymore, but cows and pigs and lambs, but that's what they're bred for. And I hope that their intelligence is bred out of them, but I don't know. But it's not like I eat meat every day anyway. I eat meat when I can afford it, I guess. I eat more eggs than meat for protein because eggs are beautiful protein. And this, what a horrible thing to be talking about, eh? I'm just looking for my next row of fives. Maybe I didn't pick the best color to go with, but we shall see. And you know what? I forgot to take a picture of this darn thing. So I don't know what the thumbnail is going to look like. I usually just take a picture of the diamond painting and part 1, part 2, part 3. This might be part 26. I don't know yet. Oh, look at all those. Yeah, I did pick a good one. So, yeah, I hope, like I said, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you get outside. I've been getting outside more and more. It'd be nice if my lawn chair wasn't soaking wet, but that was my fault. I honestly didn't think it was going to rain yesterday, and it wasn't until like, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning that it did rain. Because I was up at 3 in the morning, as always, and without reason. I don't know why this is happening to me. but I keep waking up about 3 or quarter after 3, usually never later than quarter after 3. But I look at my clock, and that's the time, and I'm awake and shivering for some reason. Even though the temperature in this place is very nice, I am shivering when I wake up, like actually teeth shattering and shivering. So that's weird, and I guess I'm weird. Anyway, so we're getting along pretty good with this octopus. I think we're making some progress. At least I've got one whole section there filled in. And if I empty this, I don't know what color blue this is, but if I use it up, I will go on to another color, and that way I can get a feel of what this guy is or girl is going to look like. Oh my goodness, I've got a resin stain on my jeans, and I have tried everything to remove it, including lighter fluid, but it's not going to go away. I guess there's no way to remove resin at all. I hope I'm keeping you in sight. So I've been thinking I might do some embroidery over the resin so that it looks like I was repairing my jeans. I know, I'm such a turd sometimes. But that's what I'm thinking of anyway. I'm thinking that I'll just do like maybe a small patch where the resin is. And, well, a patch the size of the resin. It's certainly not small. Don't even know how it got there. But do a patch and then maybe do some flowers or something. But it's above my knee, just above my knee. And I don't know how it would look to have flowers that high and no other sign of embroidery anywhere else on the jeans. And I got rid of like 20 pairs of jeans before I moved here, because that is way too many, and you can't keep like every size of jean just in case. So, and I've worn all of them, so I got rid of 20 pairs, 21, 22 pairs of jeans. So now I have 3 pairs of jeans. And I don't really want to be wearing jeans all the time because it's tiresome, and I think that I should start dressing more like my age, and jeans just kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just tired of them, but yeah, so anyway, I don't want to buy new jeans, but I hate looking at this. It's epoxy resin, but it looks like a grease stain, so it looks like your jeans haven't been washed. So I'm thinking of like a fake patch and embroidery would look kind of nice. But we'll see how that goes, because I haven't embroidered anything for quite some time. As a matter of fact, I was getting ready to, I'm still getting ready. I have tons of papers that I need to get rid of, so they have to be shredded. So I've been getting piles of papers together for shredding, and I found a magazine, and it's a pretty old magazine from the 70s, and inside it, it was the quilting magazine. Inside it, I found an embroidery that I was working on from when I first got married, and it was like just about the wedding, about getting married, and the dates and all of that. and it's not finished. I did finish one that was, and this is crazy. I bought this embroidery when I was pregnant and I had my son, and I thought, oh, you know, they used to say this to me all the time when I was a baby. And it was, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Well, after my son was born, I read that and it hit me all wrong. It just hit me all wrong. And maybe it's because I had so many miscarriages before. So I didn't work on it at all. I thought, no, I cannot do this. So anyway, that's finished. And I think we'll go with one. That's a totally different color. I don't think there's too many. Anyway, that's just craziness. But yeah, that just hit me so wrong. And I used to love it because my parents and my grandma, everyone used to say it all the time. And it was a beautiful memory for me. And then, wow, when I had my son, no, nobody's going to die. Nobody's soul is going to be taken. None of this. Excuse me. I should have brought some Kleenex out here with me, but I did not. So hang on again. Okay, I'm back. And by Kleenex, I mean toilet paper. Because a friend of mine, and I believe her, told me that Kleenex, if you do something with Kleenex, you'll find that there's a lot of lint that comes off of it. But toilet paper doesn't leave lint. So if you have sneezing fits, it's better to use toilet paper than Kleenex. So I haven't bought Kleenex for a long time. I use toilet paper to blow my nose. I don't let anybody see it. I mean, I usually just go to the bathroom to blow my nose. Are we all still here? Yes, okay. Oh, I don't know where I dropped that one. And it'll turn up. So yeah, so if you don't want lint up your nose, you can just rub it on black fabric, the Kleenex or the toilet paper, and you'll see which one leaves lint. And so I've just been using toilet paper. And I guess it's cheaper too, so that's always good. Okay, do I have any more here? No. Okay. This is a very pretty color of either, I don't know if it's a mauve or a dusty pink, but it's very pretty. I hope that the whole thing turns out very pretty. I don't want to go too far down because I still have all that white to do, and I don't want, oh, there's the one I lost. I don't want the glue to get dried out. So, yeah, still thinking about the cruise though. Apparently there was a couple on a cruise that had stopped in Italy, and they went into a jewelry store. They were an elderly couple too, like in their 80s or something. They went into a jewelry store. When the counter people weren't looking, they took whatever jewelry they were looking at, left the store, ran back to the cruise ship. The cruise ship left port and just went to the next place it was going to dock in Italy. And the police caught them there. So that wasn't a really brilliant idea. But I can't imagine doing something like that when you're a senior, unless they truly forgot that they were looking at that piece. But I don't think so. It sounded like maybe it was something that they'd done previously, but oh well. That didn't affect anyone else on the cruise ship, of course, so that was good. Okay. And I think, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but I think I'm just going to stop it now. I'm not going to load this up until tomorrow. I'm trying to keep one day ahead. If I can, that would be awesome. Just because it takes so long to load this stuff up. But in the meantime, while you're gone, I am going to continue working on the white because what an awful expanse of white. And I can't really, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that. And that'll give us something to do for a couple of weeks anyway. But I'll keep talking about nonsense and hopefully you'll keep listening. I do appreciate you being here. I hope you'll like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.